And basically, don't be a fake hoe who hides things and, you know, who hides what they're doing behind closed doors when I know what they do, and you gotta be careful out there because there's things out there you can't understand and you don't want to know about. In life, there's nothing good except with God's grace and you acting on it and being good and people around you with that same attitude. You can't rely on material things or being known as a person to be good. No, you have to be good. You know, that's our difference here. I still love you though. Stay strong, girl. I'm with you all the day. And my other brother and my little brother, half brother, and my mother too. I mean, hopefully they pick my decision though. Unfortunately, that's the way I choose it, and you get what I mean because I know you understand me. Deep down, you know that what I'm saying is actually what I mean, and I don't want to sound harsh or anything. I love you very much. It's not fair that you're gone. I could have molded so many better ways. Our family, or at least made them more financially stable. But unfortunately, we're screwed. And it's not just about financial stability or about molding minds. It's about acting together, and we don't have your balance anymore. I guess if I'm the one holding up the beam, she's the balance that gives the beam that emotional aspect, which is very flawed for me, but I'll take it because it's emotional in terms of it's like showing too many emotions but not showing them at the same time. I know she's hiding something and she's fake, but the emotion part is actually important for the balance of the family. She was good at nurturing, you know, and I'm gonna miss her for that. Um, I won't miss her attitude, but I'm holding up the pillar, and I'm still trying to keep that emotional balance in the family in the right way. If she would have learned that way, she would have been golden, bro, just like me. But it's too late for me. If she would have survived, though, I could have passed this on to her in the future. But she's not with us, so no one's taking my advice, especially since she's not the one preaching it or saying it. They take her word as words of wisdom, and they're not. But just because she looks like she and I look like me, but I mean, just because I look like me now doesn't mean I haven't been through experiences as a young child where my face wasn't like this. I didn't look like shit. I actually had normal relationships, and I remember those. And I'm not like grizzled and all this patchy beard. It's not even a beard. It's like facial hair, which is a beard now. It's turning into a beard right here. But I used to be a baby face. I actually have like interactions and know what I'm talking about how people can com- communicate and express themselves. Communication and expression. I believe in those two. She believes in communication, but not expression. She wants to tell you what she thinks, but she doesn't believe in expressing it. That's an introvert right there. But you can't be an introvert and be a good person because you're not expressing good things to people. Of course, there's bad ways to both of those things, but worse ways. But I think that a good person does not cost anything. Let's just try our best, alright? Yeah, we'll always remember you. Stay safe wherever you are, and I'll do the same. We didn't deserve the path our family took. But hey, at least I survived longer because I had the better message to get across at least. Although I won't make it further, but I know that you wouldn't have gotten the right message anyway. You could have changed though. I believed in you. But you let me down. My guard, my balance beam for the family. Not mine per se, but mostly theirs, but you were also my balance beam. And I'll always hold you up like this, you know. I got you, but um, it's not right. Why? Why wouldn't you just take my advice? Also, why is it so hard for you to get what I mean? I mean that we gotta be more compassionate. Compassionate means communication and expression, not just communication, not just expression. We gotta be. It's not called being sentimental. It's called or being unreactive. You know, you're both. You have to be a balance, and she could have done that with her mind. She was smart. She just wasn't astute like I am. See, I'm basically just as smart as her, but the difference is I have astuteness. And if you know what that word means, it means sharp in the mind. You know, like we all have the same intellectual capacity, but the one with the sharper mannerisms, like how they act and how well collected they are and how understanding they are of the situation, is the one that wins apart, sets themselves apart. Not because they're better, they're equal, but the one with better rationale is the one who gets ahead. I'm not trying to show off that I lasted longer or that I have a better body and that's why I lasted longer. No, I'm saying that she could have done more, you know? I could have done more, but I did more after, but she didn't get to do more, you know? This family will stay with the memory instead of the actual. Hopefully, in my memory, they learn how to be more how I am instead of how she is and actually not forget her, but forget her ideologies because that's a bunch of baloney. We gotta be equal, man and woman, you know? Unfortunately, not what they think. Well, men don't think that as well. Women don't think that as well, and men don't think that as well. But I say they, I mean everyone. But you don't get what I'm saying. And because you know, if I say they and I mean women or men, I could be talking about both. You know, but I wasn't specific, so I had to specify. And we gotta be more forward. Unfortunately, the world is built with phones, which means forward is weird now, but it's not. It never will be. You want to find a wife or a girlfriend, you know, someone worth being with. Forward is not exactly perfect, but it's the best that we've got. As long as we're not, unless you're a really kind person, which I don't know how they are that way. I would think that they are actually really noble people, but I don't know how they can be that way. When some people are very odd, you know, think good things, and you gotta balance it out, no? You know, you can't be noble to someone who's trying to beat you, you know? It hurts to be noble. I don't know how you can actually be that without actually lashing back, you know? You're at least gonna struggle with your body's self-defense mechanism, so why not use it, you know? But hey, as long as you're happy with what I'm saying, means something to you, and then stay tuned because that's what my world means. It means that I want to be as good as I can, and I miss the people who left who didn't understand that, you know, or people that will understand that and didn't get a chance to talk to me because I can give them my experiences, which are pretty different from anyone else's actually. Loss, abandonment, you know, all these little micro situations, past experiences and knowledge about the world. I would rather not reveal everything I know because then I would be killed or whatever. And already I'm gonna be killed. The thing is, I'd rather not reveal everything I know because everyone would take advantage of it. But you gotta keep some things for yourself, right? Right. Not everything. Not things that you actually have to hide. You know, you don't actually have to hide, and you gotta be more aware That's the word. Aware of what you're doing. Because being positive doesn't mean awareness is bad. And being aware and being a bad person, then yeah, you're a bad person, you know. You gotta change for the better. But actually believe it, not just say it. Watch out, the light is getting bright. It's not needed right now. You gotta act on your goodness. You can't show everything because then they'll kill you, right? But in general, but you have to believe in your capacities about being good. Good being in your capacities and trying to be good. And being not showing everything is because you don't want to, be too good. Be called a goody two shoes, you know. You just gotta learn something straight. And not everyone believes the same thing, but try to spread your message where you can. If it's too late for you, try to spread it on the internet. But if it's not, spread it between your friends. But even then, be very careful. I don't think you should, but always spread positivity as an action, not necessarily as a discussion, right? But hey, through action I say I love you, sis. I miss you, and I hope you're in a good place. Um, and you can always act on it, but since I realize that I suffer because of this situation, I will act on it because once you know it's too late for something, then you don't have to care. But even then, it's like, oh, I can act on my positivity. Then what? Why am I doing it? Not doing it, because they're restricting you from doing it. But I don't believe in that. But having an opinion gets you killed. So be careful when you spread your positivity. Just do it through actions, but don't do it through manipulating others to be positive, even though it's not really manipulating. You're just being honest about it. And saying positivity is a good thing, but you're saying positivity is a good thing, not saying honest about it. But you're being honest about it, but it doesn't mean you're being honest about it specifically, as in what you mean perfectly to what they think or you think or anyone thinks. God is the one who's completely honest, but if you say so, having an opinion just gets you murked, okay? Yeah, so being positive, you can spread it through actions, but you can't spread it because they're trying to say that you can't do that because having an opinion is not, it's manipulative in itself to them. To them, it's manipulative. And, just be a positive person. And try to stay safe out there and make sure your family's safe. Don't let them crumble because then you crumble as well. And, not really, but you miss your family, right? Don't you? They mean a lot to you. Even though you don't always agree on everything. And yeah, just don't be as angry as the world wants you to be, but only keep it inside yourself. You can't be happy-go-lucky with them. I think you're manipulative, And keep shooting your shots, guys. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take, and that's a positive saying, not just about accuracy or whatever you want to call it of the situation, about everything in general. Keep pushing, basically, is what it means, In a sense that you gotta try to do what you gotta do, not because you fail, but because you try not to fail, but you're pushing it to try not to fail, And that's it. That's my TED talk. We gotta make the right decisions, right? Let's do that, shall we? You should that. Because, be the change you want to see in the world, right? When they say that. I think that applies to people in general. You gotta be the change. Not you specifically, but I want to be my change that I want to see in the world because I want to change the world. I want to make it a better place. And let's hope we achieve that one day. And get rid of all these, you know, manipulative people that call us manipulative, and make them not say that we are, because we're not being manipulative. We're just saying what we opinion and what we think is not facts, but it's also not wrong. It's more like right than wrong is what I'm saying. And in general, like not just figuratively, but literally, and all of them combined, whatever you want to call it. And you gotta know what we're saying. It doesn't have to be perfect per se. It does, but it doesn't have to be like manipulated for us to say something. It's not. We're just expressing ourselves, and that's what we should do. We're not robots. We're not people who get controlled by robots. We're people who don't act like robots. We're not sold a lie, and we gotta spread that positivity till we die. All right, guys. Bye.